Hello, welcome to my channel. Okay, today we have a question that we want to tackle. The question says, if P, Q, and R are sets such that the members of P is equal to 20, the members of Q is equal to 16, the members of R is 21, and then P intersection Q is giving us 7, and then P intersection R is giving us 8, Q intersection R is giving us 5, the intersection of P, Q, and R is giving us 3. A, represent this information on a Venn diagram. Then B, find the union of P, Q, and R. Okay, so the key to solving any math question is always reading and understanding the question. Okay, once you understand the question, you know what the question is requiring from you. So we have some mathematical statements here, and we are supposed to represent these statements on a Venn diagram. Okay, so we move. So here is our Venn diagram. Okay, so because we have the sets P, Q, and R, obviously it's going to be a three set problem, so we should be drawing a 3-set Venn diagram. Okay, so the red circle represents the set P, the blue circle represents the set Q, then the green circle represents the set R. Good. So now let's fix in the values. We have the members of P, which is what, 20, is being represented here, which means that this whole circle, if you add each of the elements, you should be getting what, 20. Okay, so the members of Q is also adding up to 16, members of R is also adding up to be 21. Okay, so here we've represented them nicely. The next step is to look for the three intersections, which is P, Q, and R. In P, Q, and R, PQ intersection of P, Q, and R is what, 3. So which means the middle over here, where all the three circles cut each other, the space it creates is what, 3. It's giving us 3. Okay, so now the next step is to fix the 7, which is P intersection Q. P intersection Q is giving us what, 7. But here you have to be careful. If you don't take time, you might forget. Remember that P intersection Q is different from P intersection Q only. Okay, so P intersection Q, it means when you take your diagram, where this red circle, which is P, and then the blue circle, which is Q, where they cut each other, the space they create, okay, that is what we call P intersection Q. This space over here, the space from the top to the down, is where you can find your P intersection Q. Good. By then we have what, the three intersections here, which is what, 3. Okay, so if they are saying P intersection Q is 7, it means what, all this is what, the 7. Okay, so but we already know this portion to be what, 3. So to get this portion, we subtract the 3 from the 7 to get what, 4. So at the end of the day, if you add this 4 and 3, to give you what, 7, which is the intersection of P and Q. Okay, if you mistakenly write 7 over here because the question is saying P intersection Q is 7, at the end of the day you'll be wrong, because 7 plus 3 is what? 10. Okay, good. So instead of writing 7 here, we are going to have 7 minus what? 3, which will give us 4. Good. The same idea we apply to P intersection R. Okay, P intersection R is saying what? 8. So it means that where P, the circle P, which is the red circle, and the circle R, which is the green circle, where they cut each other, the space they create, the space they create, that is what? P intersection R. So it means that the whole space over here is what? 8. Okay, so since we know that this portion is 3, then we must, to get this other portion, we must subtract 3 from what? 8. So 8 minus 3 will give us what? 5. Good. Now we apply the same knowledge to this. Q intersection R is giving us what? 5. So therefore 5 minus 3 will give us what? 2. Good. So now we have all the intersections. Okay, have this, 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 and this. Now we are left with what? The P only, the Q only, and then the Z only. Okay, so we'll do some work. So we can say that let X, Y, and Z represent only P, Q, and R respectively. Okay, so our P only, which is this space, okay, this space is called P only because the value that you will find here will have nothing to do with what? Q nor R. Is that okay? The value that is here will not have anything to do with what, because the circle of Q passes here, the circle of R passes here, so the value that is here has nothing to do with what? Q and R. That is why we call it what? The P only. The one here is also what? Q only. The one here is what? R only. So we represent those spaces with what? X, Y, Z, and then we have to find them. Okay, so how do we find them? They already told us in the question that the P, the circle P or the set P, if you add all the members, you should be getting what? 20. You should be getting 20. So if we don't know one, but we know 3 of them, okay, we have 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 spaces. So if we don't know this one, we can add the 4, the 3, and the 5 and subtract it from 20 to get the one we don't know, because at the end of the day, if you add everything, you should be getting what? 20. Okay, so to find X, we can say X plus 5 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to what? 20. Then we make X the subject to get the missing value. Okay, so we can say X plus 5 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to 20, and therefore X is equal to, we move what? The addition of 5, 3, and 4 to the other side. So 5 plus 3 plus 4 will give you 12. Okay, so 20 minus what? 12, which is what? 8, and therefore the X will be equal to what? 8. Therefore this space will be equal to what? 8. And then now we come to the Y, the same principle. Y plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 will give us, we should be giving us what? 16. We don't know the Y, so we must make Y the subject. So 16 minus 4 plus 3 plus 2 will give you 9, and therefore 16 minus 9 is equal to what? 7. Now we do the same thing to find our Z, because the Z plus 5 plus 3 plus 2 should also give us what? 21. Since we are saying this circle, all the members, if you add it, you should get 21. Since we don't know the z, we just make what? The z the subject. So 21 minus 5 plus 2 plus 3 will give us what? 10. So the z will be equal to what? 11, which means our r only is what? 11. Our p only is 8. Our q only is 7. Sometimes they can ask you those questions. Okay, good. So now that we found all the members, we can now approach the B part of the question. And the A, we've successfully done the A because they only ask us to represent the information on the Venn diagram. So this is it. Okay, so now the B part is saying we should find the union of P, Q, and R. Okay, so the union of P, Q, and R is simply adding of all the members of the sets. Okay, all the members of the sets. So you start from here: 8, 4, 3, 5, 7, 2, and 11. If you put them all together, that is the union. Okay, union always means unite, put things together. So the union of all the sets will be what? This. You have to be careful because if you don't take time, you add 8, 4, 3, and 5, and then you come and start here 7, 4, 3, and 2. No, that will be it means you are adding the some of the numbers twice, which will make your answer. So every number must be added only once. Okay, so 8, 4, 3, 5, 7, 2, and 11. You put them all together. So 8 plus 4 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 2 plus 11 will give you 40. So therefore the union of PQ and R is equal to 40. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.